Good morning. My name is Dania Diaz from Miami. I'm on the YPN Council. I'm here with Saria Finkelstein. She's from Broward, also on our YPN Council. We are here today to talk to you about Facebook, social media, and LinkedIn. So I'm gonna pass the mic to you.
Hey everybody. So let me just with quick check everybody by hands. Who in here doesn't have a Facebook? There should be no hands up. Okay, good. Awesome. So Facebook is it's amazing, mainly because it's free. So I've developed a really large following on Facebook, and I get at least one lead in some sort of way, whether it's a question or an inquiry of some sort, per day on Facebook. I've really put myself out there, and you guys can as well, to be basically your local expert. So we're here today. We're going to give you guys two different ways to use your Facebook. I'm going to talk to you about the personal aspect of it and using your personal page to use it to benefit you in the most way. And Dania's going to talk to you about your business page. Obviously, one of the main benefits to your personal page, is it working? Is that it's free. So, I've debated with this quite a few times and tried to figure out which was the best avenue to go with. And for me personally, the personal page works best. Some people find, like Dania, that the business page works best. So here you'll be able to hear both sides of it and figure out which is going to work best for you guys. So for me, when it comes to my personal page, I've really found a way to make it both a business and personal page. Your clients, I friend everyone and their mother, whether it's a client, whether it's an inspector, anybody, because everyone needs a house. A lot of people feel that if you're putting yourself out there and you're friend requesting people or putting too much information out there, that you're bothering them. But what you have to always remember is, like I said, everyone needs a home. So at some point, everyone's going to want that information. And when they're ready and they start thinking about buying a home, you want their first instinct to be to think of you. So that's why you have to make sure that you're always putting yourself out there. People aren't trained to know to give you business. Or if they hear someone who's looking to buy a home, to say, oh, I've got a great realtor that you should speak with. So that's your job to make sure that you let them know that, and you're constantly in their face about it and letting them know that you're here for them at any time and you're here to help anyone that they know that needs help. So what I've found is that on my personal page, that my clients want to know that I'm a real person. They don't want me to be like a club promoter, for lack of a better word, and just putting information out there. Look at this listing, look at this listing, look at this listing. That's not why I'm there. I'm there to give them information, whether it's about restaurants that are coming into town or stores that are opening or about different services that I've used that I loved. So I've really created a platform to be able to help other businesses in addition to my own, so that then they can help me as well. Your vendors are a huge source of business. So you guys need to make sure that you're really utilizing them and having them help you, since you're helping them and referring them business all the time as well. So on my Facebook, you'll see that it's both business and pleasure. I don't put too much information out there still. I don't like doing like the location of where I am until I'm leaving, so that no one knows really where I am until after I'm gone. I'm a little weird about that kind of stuff. So that's up to you guys how much information you do want to put out there. I'll put some pictures. I know a lot of people don't want to put their kids out there, or some people just don't put them until they're a certain age. That's absolutely a personal preference, and I completely understand that. I do not have any kids, so we're good. So here I'm going to talk about groups, okay? You want to put yourself in as many groups as possible. Connecting is the point of Facebook. Putting yourself out there, getting to know people, making sure that you're at top of mind whenever they think of real estate. So when you go onto Facebook, look for any type of group that might potentially help you get some business. I don't even know how many. I'm a buyer specialist. I do 95% of my business is with buyers. So I'm in buyer agent mastermind groups and buyer agent, top-notch buyer agents, just different things. If you type in different things in the search bar, you'll be surprised what you find. And you connect with agents around the country who are like-minded and do the same type of business that you do. So I get a lot of referrals from all of these little mini mastermind groups on Facebook. Create groups. This is an awesome opportunity for you, again, to get more business. So if there's a neighborhood.
Can we ask questions?
Yeah.
Okay. So the first part, if I join a group and I don't know anybody in it, say it's like, how do you get a referral out of it? Just by.
So I'm very active. So like if someone.
Repeat the question.
Oh, the question was, if you are part of a group, how do you start getting referrals on there? You have to be active on there. So you have to make sure, if someone asks a question, I'm going to answer it. So like in my buyer agent masterminds, this morning when I was sitting here, someone had posted, how often are your buyer agents required to be in the office? What is their day like? Explain a day like. So I explained what the buyer agents on my team are required to do. And then it started a conversation. Someone said, well, we do this. And then I was given an awesome idea to bring back to my team. So a lot of the things that we implement on my team are things that I found on Facebook. A lot of people think that it's just for, going on and getting as many likes as you can and posting your pictures and looking at cat videos, which it's great for that as well. But there's so many other ways that you can use it to help your business. For creating groups. So if there's a neighborhood that you work in a lot, that you know a lot about, create a group about that neighborhood. So when people go on, people are starting to use Facebook like Google. They'll go on the search bar and they'll type in the neighborhood. And when they type that in, your group is going to come up. They're going to join it. They use that as an avenue to let people know about garage sales or whatever it is, or if they're just looking for information on that community, you want them to come there so you can see them, and when they're interested in the community, you can talk to them and capture the business. You can do this for cities. There's so many avenues that you can take with this, with creating groups. Get a little bit creative. Think out of the box when you're doing that. Okay, networking. That's really what Facebook is for referrals. So you need to put yourself out there. For me, especially with my clients, even if it's someone who I met at an open house, the first thing I do is I look for them on Facebook. See if we have any mutual friends in common, because then you're not just this salesperson, and everyone thinks of a salesperson like a car salesman. Now you're a real person. You know someone that they know. Then I reach out to our mutual friend and say, hey, I just met your friend, John Smith. Can you please reach out to them? Let them know that I'm a friend of yours and that you trust me to do business with them. I've gotten a huge portion of my business that way. So you have to make sure that you're using it in the correct way. I don't just friend them after the transaction, I friend them during. And it's gotten to the point now where my buyers are so excited to get under contract that the first question they ask me when they're under contract is, are you going to make a post about me? Are you going to post a picture about me? And they get so excited because they've been seeing me do it while they were looking for a home, getting other people under contract, that they're so excited when they're under contract to get to be a part of that. So there's a lot of different things that you guys can be doing. Obviously, referrals is money. So referrals, you're able to get them from everywhere with Facebook. It's not necessarily people that you know. You can only go to so many conferences and meet so many people. So it's really important, like I was saying, you have to be active. So when you're friending your clients on Facebook and you see them and they're posting that they're having a baby, don't just like it. Write a comment, text message them. It's made it so much easier for you to stay in contact with them. Now, this does not replace by any means your prospecting and calling your sphere at all. But it's a way to help make it so that you can communicate more frequently without bugging them, which you think you're bugging them even though you're not. So if you see that someone's having a kid, call them. Oh my God, I saw that you're expanding. How's the house? That to me is like, oh, they might need a new bedroom. They might need a new house. So you have to look into what they're posting. Think about it. Call them. It means so much to them when they see it. So make sure you guys are on there, you're communicating with them, you're showing them that you're interested in their lives, and then they do the same thing with you. So you become a real person and not just their realtor. You know, the statistic, I don't know the number, but there's a very, very high percentage, something in like the 80-something% of people who say that they would use their realtor again if they could just remember their name. So this is your opportunity for you to be able to stay in their face so that they remember your name, they know that you're doing business, they know that you're out there and you're helping people. So make sure you guys are using this to the best of your ability. If you're interested to see how I do it, you can look for me on Facebook. My name is Saria Finkelstein. It's spelled like Maria with an S. That's the easiest way to remember it. And I'm pretty sure there's only one Saria Finkelstein, so if you search for me, you should be able to find me. There you go.
Okay, so my avenue with using Facebook's a little bit different. For me, it's more about credibility and building the brand in general. So what I did was I created a Facebook page 2 years ago. Who here has a Facebook business page? Okay. You all have access to a Facebook business page. Do you guys use your actual business page, or do you just have it and it's there? You use it? Okay. With Facebook business page, I think the main goal is to first figure out what type of clientele you're trying to target. So for me, I specialize in Miami in general. I've been born and raised in Miami. I know the map like memory. I see it in my head when I drive, so I know pretty much every up-and-coming neighborhood. And if I don't know too much about it, I'm not afraid to refer out to my group of trusted referral agents that I use. Okay, so let's get into it. This is going to be very visual. I'm going to talk about how to create your Facebook page, what type of things that I've been doing. I built it 2 years ago. When I first built it, it wasn't doing too well for me. Now, I actually pay $2 a day to put my Facebook feed into people's mobile platforms and also on desktop. And I'm getting about 10 to 20 likes a day. And this is, for me, it's just more about exposure. And my friends, they tell me, they're like, oh, I always see your stuff on Facebook, and so now I am the go-to girl. Everybody knows, mother, sister, brother, aunt, cousin. My phone rings all day, every day, because I am the credible source of information for people. All right, so why do you want to create a Facebook page? The other day I was in my office, I was not on my own desktop, and I Googled my name. When I Googled my name 3 years ago, I wasn't as active into real estate. I didn't have absolutely anything. I probably came out on the second page, and it was, it was like my old company, and it wasn't good. Okay, so the other day I Googled myself, and apparently Jay-Z's mom is dating a woman that has my name, so of course she's going to be first. But I come out second. My Facebook page comes out second, yeah, because, no. My Facebook page comes out second because I regularly, consistently post on my Facebook page, so Google recognizes my Facebook page as something of credible value. Because what Google does is, if it's a website or it's a blog or it's a social media platform, as you use it, it just recognizes it as something that it'll pick up and put on there. So for me, I believe that internet presence is everything. I mean, have you guys Googled yourself lately? Probably not. Have you? And what happens? Awesome. That's good. You should reach out to them for referral partnerships. All right, so here, this is very visual as well. Do you have a question? Okay. All right, so reviews on your Facebook business page. I've actually been very lucky. I haven't had to ask anybody for reviews. Actually, last week I did a test, and I asked my past clients to send me reviews, and I got like 7 or 8 of them. But this is very important because just like Zillow and just like everywhere else online, when people can read good reviews about you, it just builds a sense of trust, for your clients. Right now, I have about, I would say, 3,779 likes or something. My algorithms, if you look on the third slide, right now the blue line is like on the 15, like it's straight, flat, because I've been paying the $2 a day. And my little red line, I only probably get like 1 unlike, maybe 1 every other day, because my content is actually, people are interested in it. I would hope that people are interested in it. I'm interested in it, so. Okay, so then also on Facebook, if you have a really good website, one of our chair members, Irina, she has an amazing website. So this would actually be something that she could utilize. This is consistent. When you do paid advertising on Facebook, you can pay to advertise your actual post, like something that you found interesting for the day, or you can pay to advertise your actual page, or you can pay to actually advertise your website. And it's all the same. You're going to pick who you want to target, where you want to target them, male, female, age groups. You can get, you can filter it accordingly to who your market clientele is. And then another cool feature that Facebook has is called the agent directory. If you're a realtor, you all can be on the agent directory. And this is really good because, I have my little brief bio. I had a video on YouTube that somehow got in there, which is pretty cool. I didn't do that. And then also there is a referral platform within it. So if you put in specific cities into your agent directory, and there's other agents from other places that are going to refer to that city, it'll automatically pool, it'll send it's like almost like a forum. It'll send a post, like this person is looking for an agent in this area. It'll send you an email, and then you'll go into Facebook and you'll say, hey, I'm available. Of course you have to respond very quickly, like with everything. On the actual agent directory and within Facebook, you can also have an IDX Facebook MLS search. It's about $100 a year. I actually paid for it. So when you go into the desktop version of my page, you will have an IDX feed where you can search for your properties. You can also see my featured listings, and you can find more information about any property anywhere. And when I first did it, it automatically posted on the very right side. It posted for me on my page so that people can know that they can search for their properties on the mobile platform if they go on to the desktop, or I'm not sure because I haven't actually searched for properties on my own website.
Do you get any sort of notification if somebody searches on your Facebook?
I haven't received any notifications, so that's a very good question. I haven't. I don't know. For me, it's all about credibility. The reason why I do my Facebook business page is so that when you Google me and my name comes up and you go to my Facebook page, there's a lot of information. Okay, and I want people to scroll. I want people to read. I'm a big reader. Every single post that I post, I actually read. And then what I do is I will write, when I post, I will write I would say if you can condense it into one sentence, it's better. But usually it's about 2 to 3 sentences, and then I incorporate my hashtags, which, do you guys know what hashtags are? Okay. Hashtags are words that you put, and then when you click on them, or if you search for them, they'll come up, and you'll see everybody's random from all over the place, people that have actually used that hashtag. So when I write my 2 sentences, I incorporate the hashtags within the sentences. So I'll say like Miami hashtag is a great place to live. You should hashtag travel here today, So that's the way that I do it. I think the most important thing is what do you post? You want to post articles. I take a lot of pictures of the city, as you can see. And I like to post them because I want people to feel like if they go to my page, they can look at what the Biltmore Hotel looks like, or they can look at what South Beach, the street looks like, or a video of whatever, area of Miami that they're interested in. I don't know if I covered it all, but I try to continue to cover it. And this is just more examples of the things that I have posted. The Miami Marine Center is in Key Biscayne. It is an abandoned amphitheater. I find it fascinating. There was an article about how they were going to rejuvenate it, and I thought that was pretty interesting. I post quotes. And then I like to put in informational articles. When I first started, it used to be just mostly like how to remodel your kitchen or tips and tricks for buyers. But I find that people do not find that interesting. Some people do, don't get me wrong. I think you should sprinkle it in there so that you do have some sort of information, but you're not just someone who's just giving them information you got to give them something interesting as well.
How do you know if they like it? Just by the amount of likes you have?
By the amount of likes, And for me, it doesn't even really matter. It's just information. You see what I mean? Like, I don't care how many likes I get. It's all about the information. So in 2014, in February last year, I used to go to a little bar called Tobacco Road. And that bar is no longer because the Miami World Center took over, and now it's an amazing development. But I was standing in Tobacco Road one night, and I pulled up my Facebook page, and I took pictures of the construction, right? So then a year later, now they're actually starting to build, and there's been articles about it and renderings. So I go back, and what I try to do is, what I posted about a year ago, I'm going to continue to follow so that when you go to my page, if you're interested in knowing about the World Center, there's about 4 different articles on it. So like I said, it's a source of information for people to continue to go back to. Now, one thing I want to tell everybody is do not post your listings only. So many people do this. Of course, I'm always looking whenever anybody advertises Facebook pages. I always look. I want to see what they're doing. I want to get tips. I want to grow. I want to get better. But the one thing that I find is most people just put listing, open house, listing, open house. I mean, really, are you going to go back to that page to find out how many listings this person has? Probably not, So for me, I just sprinkle them, like I said, with the facts. Sprinkle the facts, sprinkle in the listings. This is also some more pictures. On the right-hand side, this is what my Facebook page looks like on a desktop. And I was talking about the agent directory and the IDX feed. You can see how it says find a home, my agent profile, and then my featured listings. This is where they would see, that information. All right, here's just another snapshot of the types of photos that I have posted on my Facebook page. Dadeland Mall, Freedom Tower, the beach, the Gables, South Beach, different events that I've been to, different things regarding Remax, just try to spice it up, so that people will like to scroll through my page and not want to just go away. Another thing that I want to talk about is paid advertising. We'll get more into that, but if you look on the left-hand side, do you guys know about the Mega Mall, the Dream Mall, American Dream Mall? That is like the most interesting thing to me. When it first came out, the article, I was one of the first persons to post it, and organically, Facebook does this thing now on your Facebook page. If you do not pay for advertising, you'll probably get like 20 to 120 people that have seen it, or that it shows up on people's feeds. So in order to make your post show up on other people's feeds, you have to pay. Now remember, when you go to pay, you set your budget, you set who you want it to go to, and one thing is that they tell you like $5, $10, $15, $25, $50 for each thing. But if you customize it, you can put $1, you can put $2, test it out, see how it goes. And that's what I did with this. I put $2. $2 on the left-hand side one. And I ended up going from 400 organic people that saw it to I started getting comments, people started liking it, people started talking about it, people started sharing it. I was like, okay, another $2, another $2, another $2, another $2. By the time I was done, I spent $50. But I gained a lot of traffic, and I got like 150 likes on my page by doing this. Remember, it's not even so much about the likes, it's more about the credibility. People are going to continue to come back. Yeah. Yes, one of my biggest customers on my Sphere of Influence, she and I had met, but it wasn't until a post that I put on my Facebook page that she became my client, and I've sold over $3 million to this woman. And people, like I say, my friends, my family, when they see me, they're like, I always see your stuff on Facebook, you're doing so good, I want to sell my house, So I've even had people tell me, oh, my sister, my cousin is a realtor, but I see that you're so active, maybe you can come check out my house, and then I get the listing over their sister and their cousin. So her question was, have I measured the results of what I've posted based on actual transactions or actual money in my pocket?
How did you get the likes to your page in the first place?
How did I get the likes to my page in the first place?
If you don't have the likes, you don't show up in their
I paid for them. I paid for them. So when I first started, I paid for them. I've been paying $2 a day I did it for a year, and I built it up to like $2,700 in a year. And then I just stopped because I wasn't using the Facebook page correctly. I was posting informational things, and I was getting all my friends to like me, and then I stopped. And then when I started like really actively start using my page, and I thought that I was starting to be interested in my own page, that's when I started again, and now I'm like tripling what I used to get in likes per day. Yeah, sharing. Yeah. I share articles.
Comment on the top and put in your own hashtags, but you're pretty much sharing information that you've already found somewhere.
Yeah, so Google's my best friend. And since I've been doing this for a while, I kind of know which websites to go to that fit what I'm trying to portray. And so I just go back and visit them. Sometimes I go back to my old post, and I go into that post, and I go to that website, and I see what's new. And then I'll post that. Yes? Is there any advantages or disadvantages from using the Facebook page. Personal versus business. To me, business is just, it's a business and personal is personal. You can mix the two. Do you want to help me answer that?
Yeah. So that's really a personal preference. I've seen people be very successful with both, using either the business or the personal. We're a perfect example of that. I have a lot of success from my personal page, and I don't really do too much on my business page, and she has a lot of success from her business page.
But is this some kind of limitation with the business page of people liking you versus
Yes.
personal?
Say that again?
Like there's a limitation, I think,
With the personal? I mean, it depends. I have a very large following that I've been building up for the last few years. So I literally will post that I sneezed on Facebook and
Limitation for your business page is
Yes,
likes.
when you
What do
post
you
on
think?
personal-
People have to like on hers.
Right.
Whereas yours, they just have to be your friend. You
Right,
can't
so-
friend people on a business page.
correct. You can't friend people on a business page. They have to go and find you and like your business page in order to see what you're posting. On the personal page, if I make it public, which most of my posts are public, that goes to my friends and their friends as well. So I get a lot more visibility on my personal page. Now, I also will post articles and things. You had asked, are you just sharing other people's? I do a lot of my own personal posts as well. A lot of people come to me and ask, what do you post? What's the right thing to post? For me, the best day to take a picture is on closing day. The best picture you can post or video you can post is on closing day. So like yesterday or 2 days ago, I went to a client's house to go and drop off a closing gift once she had finally moved into the house. And she came to me and wanted to do a video. She said, I saw that you posted the video of your clients the other day at closing. Why didn't you do one with me? Can we do one now with my dog? I was like, sure. So we did it, and people loved it. They want to be put out there. They think they're kind of like famous a little bit. I don't know what the whole thing is, but
But it seems like on the personal page, if you make a business, you're going to get more exposure easier. And if it's a business page only, you have to generate the likes, which
Yes.
correct,
Yes.
correct.
Okay. On your personal page, everything goes out to everybody. On your business page, it only goes out to about 100 people, unless you pay for it. The benefit of having a business page, number one for me, I have an IDX search. I have my profile. It says business. It says always open. If you guys put you're done at 5 o'clock, I'm not gonna call you. You're gonna call me because I'm always open. I mean, even though you gotta have a life, you gotta stop. But on the business page, for me, it's like it's an actual business. You can go there, you can search for your home, you can find out information. Whereas on my personal, I post more like articles of like cool pools or things, things that I find interesting, or maybe events that I've been to. I keep them separate. But I also drive traffic from my personal page to my business page.
And a way to do that is like at the bottom of my post, sometimes I will tag my business page, so that way in the post on my personal page, it has that tag, and they'll go click that, and it automatically directs them to my business page.
Question?
Yep.
Yes. Yes, Creeper Joe. Yes.
I mean, okay, so
We friend everybody.
I've gotten to a point where I'm getting anywhere from 20 to 50 requests on Facebook per day. So I've started to have to kind of look through it a little bit. If we don't have if we have less than 30 to 50 people in common, I'm probably not going to accept you. But if I look and see that you're in the industry, then I make an exception, because it's obviously for referrals and purposes. Because you definitely get a lot of Creeper Joes from wherever, and they're not coming on my page.
Okay, so this is just for fun. I'm going to skip this. I think that it's important to incorporate. His question was, for the business page, are you paying for likes or are you paying for exposure? Is that what you're saying? Yes. Okay, so when I pay for Facebook advertising, it pays to put my post in your timeline so that you can see it. And then you can like it, or you can come to my page and like my page. If you look here, these are different examples of things that I've played around with in Facebook advertising. My best one was the Miami Mega Mall. I ended up getting at the end it was 25,000 people saw my post, And I ended up getting like 470 likes and about 50 comments, and I ended up getting 150 likes on my page. And one of my actual clients, past clients, called me back because they had seen that post and they needed to now sell the house that I sold to them 2 years ago. So I'm gonna keep going. Oh no, this is a question. Go ahead.
Get to LinkedIn.
Yeah. I'll go back. Uh-huh. Okay, so his question was, I pay $2 a day to put my business page in people's feeds. So how many people see it? When you do pay the $2, it tells you that about 1,500 to 2,200 people will see your advertisement, whether it's on mobile or whether it's on desktop. They'll see it. On average, I'm getting 10 to 20 likes a day from people seeing it. And again, this is, you never know. I've gotten people tell me, oh, I saw your stuff on the internet, and it could be from Facebook. Could be they just Googled a realtor in Miami or who sells Miami, and then my stuff comes up, Now I'm going to get real quick into LinkedIn. I don't have too much time, but LinkedIn is a very powerful networking database. Do you guys use LinkedIn at all, or do you just have a profile and it just sits there? You actually use it? Okay. Within LinkedIn, the secret is this. You have to engage. You have to post things consistently. You have to like what other people are posting, and you have to endorse people. You have to create connections. But the number one mistake that people make with LinkedIn is that they become serial posters or serial likers or serial connection frienders. What happens is LinkedIn recognizes that, and LinkedIn stops it. LinkedIn doesn't let you do it. So the trick is, every day, maybe like 5 to 7 new connections. And when I do the endorsements, if I know you, I'll for sure do it. I'll endorse you. But if I don't, maybe I might skip 3. So I'm not just like, and then they're going to be like, no, this person is just kind of like just doing this just to do this. There's no thought behind what they're doing. So with LinkedIn, you have a lot of different opportunities. You can join groups. You create, obviously, your profiles, your resume. You put in your past experiences, your languages, your degrees, your trainings, any organizations that you're a part of. The more information that you can put in there, the better, obviously. Like I said, your profile is your resume. So when you do create your LinkedIn and you do put in your summary, this is pretty much your elevator pitch. So short and sweet. If it has to be a little longer because you got a lot to say and you're really cool, do it. But try for it not to be too long, because the average attention span of a person is like 200 to 300 words. So if you put any more than that, the possibility of them reading it is probably not likely. When it comes to endorsements, this is something that's kind of funny to me, because you're endorsing sometimes people you don't even know. But the whole thing is, remember, it's all about credibility. It's all about credibility. That's all it's about. So what you do when you create your profiles, you put in what skills you have. You choose them. If you don't know what to put, just how about look at someone else's profile, see what they're putting, and put the same things. Investment properties, foreclosures, buyers, sellers, whatever it is that you want to put as your skills. Now, when you do put your skills in, people have the option to go to your page or to go to your profile and to endorse you. As you endorse other people, your name will come up on the endorsement feed. Because if you go into your LinkedIn and you go in your notifications, it'll show you like this person endorsed you. And if you click on that, it'll take you to like where you can just endorse people. And the more times you endorse people, then the more times your name will show up for other people to endorse you. Remember, this is all about being active on LinkedIn. If you just set it up and walk away, it probably will not work for you. This is the rule. To engage, you have to be engaging, like I said. So you have to be posting on other people's things. A good thing about LinkedIn, and a lot of people don't do this properly, is if you see somebody within your field that you could work with, you can send them a private message like, hey, look, my name is Donnie, I work in Miami, I'm looking for a really good home inspector. Would you like to talk about how we can do business together? You can send private messages to them. The same thing with Facebook you have within LinkedIn is you could join groups.
When you do send a private message, though, make sure it doesn't look like it's one you just copied and pasted, because I get those all the time, and I delete them right away.
Yeah. Don't just copy and paste a message. I mean, I guess for some people it might work, depending on your industry, but you can always tell when something is not personal. Okay, so these are some examples of some groups that I'm a part of, and the benefit of joining these groups is that when you comment a discussion within these groups and people go back and forth with you, you can potentially be speaking to somebody in New York, and now you just become the point of reference for Miami just because you spoke to them and you engaged with them in a group. And the thing about groups too is that when you do start to answer questions or ask questions or engage, you want to make sure that you're continuing on the conversation. You don't want to leave anybody with a question that you didn't get to answer. When it comes to the connections, obviously when you first start LinkedIn knows if you're within a specific industry. So if you're in real estate and you search for other realtors, LinkedIn will most likely let you connect with realtors or people within your industry. If you're looking to connect with doctors per se, it probably will have a block on there, and it'll ask you, do you know this person personally, or you'll have to send an invitation email to them. Now, like I said before, if you're a serial connection friender, then LinkedIn will know that, and LinkedIn will kind of put an end to your building the connections that fast, because they don't want robots. They want real people who are really actively engaging. So another thing about LinkedIn that most people don't know is that you can actually, there's a home feed. It's an actual Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, where you can go and you can read what other people are writing about. I actually probably post every other day. I would have to say every other day, maybe more often. And what I post is, I like to post a lot of like inspirational articles. I find that yes, LinkedIn is professional, but as long as you keep it professional, most people on LinkedIn engage the most on inspirational quotes, believe it or not. People love those pictures with, dream as if you'll live forever. People like that. It makes them feel good. I post a lot of things on Entrepreneur about how to build your leadership skills. Or I'll post something like, in Florida, this is a new law that I think most people should know about. And I think that those type of things on LinkedIn are very effective because I've actually been referred business because of my posts or my engagement on the LinkedIn platform. Does anybody have any questions? Yeah. Yes. Uh-huh. Well, within LinkedIn, I'm not sure. I've never actually gone into someone's page and looked at their connections. I think that there's like a filter on that. But are you asking like if I post things, am I scared that the industry is going to steal my secrets? Is that what you're asking? Or that they'll see my connections? I don't think that they can see your connections. And if you can, I haven't actually played around. I've never done that. They can? Well, I think connections are beautiful. I don't mind. For example, if you're in the industry and you have people looking at your connections, right, and you think that they're going to steal your connections, is that what you're saying? They can email your connections, but they have access to these people regardless.
If credible information, then that's not something you should really be worried about.
Exactly.
They're going to come to you and they're going to use you.
Like I understand what you're saying. Like people can steal your connections, yes, but at the end of the day, everybody has access to everybody. So if I'm doing my job, okay, then why should I? And if you do want to go to somebody else, if I have a contract with you, that's why so many people use the buyer agreements. They use the exclusive right of sale listing agreement. So even if they do find another realtor on your connection and they want to go to them, you're protected that way. But yes, that is a very valid point. For me, competition to me is healthy. I don't mind competing next to brokers because I know that we all have something special to offer our clients.
And there's enough business for everybody.
Yeah. Exactly. It's a free market. Freedom of expression, right?
Are there any other questions? Okay. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys.